Hey. Sorry, y'all. Had to get right. Hey, Diana. Hi, darling. I gotta get set up right here, y'all. Okay. Actually, I do want y'all to see what I'm doing. Well, we'll do that after we allow some people to come in. Hi, Diana. God's desire. How you doing, my love? My dear. How you doing? Thank you for always supporting. I appreciate you so much. I invited uh Mona and Janet, and because Janet she does herbs too, so I wanted to see if she wanted to. Oh, look at this! I'm trying to get the video right, y'all. So y'all can see. I invited them to go live with me. Um, oh, I'm so glad you are well. I'm healing. I'm healing. Put it like that. Still hopping around, but I'm healing. My mind is stronger than my body. I just need the body to catch up. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm glad you're well. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're healing. I'm doing the same thing. Um, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. So let me see. I need to get actually not my regular glasses that allow me to see. I need my reading glasses for all my notes. You know, I got the notes going. So guess what I was watching again? That Tyler Perry Divorce in the Black. That movie is so freaking good. That's why it's the #1 movie in the world. That movie is good. I done saw it like 3, 4 times. Today's like I think my third time. Yeah, I think it's my third time seeing it. That's how good it is. That's how good it is. I think this is not a court. I think this is a no. This is a court. Yeah. I'm trying to distinguish between a quart and because the pints are a little worse. Okay, so that's the quart. Um, yeah, we're gonna have fun. I'm gonna teach y'all how to make this. Right? Oh my god, that movie so. I was just watching it. Let me see. What is her name? Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner. I'm sorry, my love. I missed your live today. I was doing hair and I was watching Divorce in the Black. I love Miss Shirley's live. I always watch her live before I get on my live. So I'll be late getting on my live because I'm watching her live. So Miss Shirley, I'm gonna have to catch the replay, my love, my dear. Hey, Swoop, Mona, that's Mona. You not coming up with me? Hey, Mona. I'm getting better, y'all. I'm still hopping around, but I am truly getting better. I see you, Tixie. Long time no see, darling. Oh, thank you. Look, I'm about to take it out. Ooh, we ain't gonna talk about this her. Y'all know we ain't gonna talk about this her. Y'all, I had it down, but I had to pull it up. I want y'all to see my roots and stuff too bad, cause honey, this hair got to get done. Y'all know, ladies, y'all know. But thank you, my darling. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all jumping on this live with me. So as you know, I have to um, log in here so that I can keep track of the comments. Mona, you gotta hit that I'm like missing the comments. Yeah, I sent it to your phone. So if you click the link that I sent on our last conversation, it'll bring you right in. Swoop, how you doing? I think I missed yours. I missed your Thankful Thursdays. You know I'll be on that Thankful Thursday. I was telling somebody else I was go on your Thankful Thursdays. And I had so much going on. I had to go to the doctor's, y'all, to check out my Check out my I had to get my short. So look, y'all see this? Your girl got. I got. Oh, sorry. I got gas on my knee, or what do you call it? A sleeve on my knee, and one on my foot. But I'm good. Is that my brother? What's up, broke farmer? Hey, hey, hey. Listen, everybody that I adore so much in this community, I miss y'all live this week. Broke farm, you know I don't like missing your live on Sundays. But I'm not home. Well, I'm home, but um I'm not at work. And normally I catch yours leaving work, but I'm out, y'all, due to this doggone knee injury and ankle injury and my thumb. I don't even want to talk about it. God is still good. But I missed your live, so I'm gonna watch the replay. So don't worry, everybody. I'm watching the replay. Y'all know we got that replay game, that hashtag replay game going on. So I'm definitely gonna catch the replay on y'all. Everybody that I missed. So listen, y'all, this is gonna be so much fun. Well, it's gonna be fun for me. I hope it's fun for you guys. I love sharing, helping us to get healthy and everything. And what I have for you guys today is a treat. I'm hoping that you all benefit from it. And if you're watching a replay, thank you so much for coming in and watching a replay. If you guys, let me see, trying to see if Mona came in yet. Mona, trying to see if you were joining me. Yeah, I'm sorry. Can y'all see me good? I don't feel like my camera is lopsided or something. Yeah, it is for some reason. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna switch it around once I get set up here because I do like to be in the comments. Let's get there. How y'all doing tonight? Broke Farmer, Teagsy, Swoop Like Me, Mona, God's Desire. Did I miss anybody else that came in? Okay. All right. I don't like missing anybody. Um, so you're welcome. I got love for you, bro. I'm sorry. Am I too loud? Y'all can hear me. Y'all can see me. We're all good. So this little fun concoction here is what I'm hoping you guys will make. And I got some fun facts to share with you as always. I got something entertaining to share with y'all tonight. And what else? I got a lot. Let me see. Uh, let's go to my live so I can get into these comments. Live. Y'all, oh my goodness. Why my battery say 30% on my iPad, not my phone. So we good. Even if I went out on my phone, it's okay. I got some. I was trying to give me the wrong thing. All right, so y'all know what this is about. Look at this. I'm trying to get it wrong thing. No, no. All right, so y'all know what this is. Wait a minute. Where is my volume? All right, y'all. There we go. I'm just trying to bring the volume down on the line so that I can. Duh. Y'all know I'm really a blonde, right? There we go. Mona, where you at? Uh-oh. Hey, Tyler. I'm hanging in there. I'm good. I'm making you use your phone. Yes, that's what you gotta do. Use your phone. Whatever it is that we got to do, you gotta use your phone. But thank you for coming on with me. I said I wanted to be fun, the live today. So, okay. So first things first. I have a giveaway that I'll give away. I'll choose at the end once I see it in the comments of all of the greens that could be in your garden, all of the green vegetables, the herbs, the fruits. I want you to put in a comment, what do you think is the most healthiest green leaves in the garden? So in the and don't be Googling. Don't Google it. Don't Google. But the first person to get the right answer, I got a gift for you, okay? And I got you said sour sop. Who said sour sop? Look, let me see these comments. Let me see. Kale. Let me see. Sour sop, moringa. Okay. Beet greens. so, so while we talking, y'all can still try and guess in the comments. Nobody got the right answer yet, so y'all can keep guessing. All right. So, nope, nobody got the right answer yet. So we're going. Well, I'm not going to physically make it. I'm going. Well, I'll show you what I'm doing. So what I'm trying to get you guys to make, because as the summer is closing, a lot of us become deficient in nutrients. Men become deficient in vitamin D. A lot of doctors put men, and this is my research that I've done. So Jamia said collards. Um, a lot of doctors put men on vitamin D. A lot of us, even I get a vitamin B shot, which is part of my iron regimen, a vitamin B12 shot. Yeah, and all I did was I increased my nutrients that contain a B complex, and you can do that. Like you can really help yourself. Somebody said, TG said mint, basil. Keep going. I will let y'all know when y'all get it. Spinach. Let's see. Oh, broke said mint and TG. Okay. So during the fall and the winter time, as we get less sunlight, we're we don't get that much vitamin D. And the sun is really the only natural vitamin D. Y'all heard me say this many, many times, and I can see your comments. Don't worry. The what was I saying? I'm sorry. So we get less nutrients. We need vitamin D. Vitamin D helps vitamin C and your other nutrients get carried into your cells, and that's why we become deficient because we do not have callaloo, rosemary thyme. Nope, keep going. Um, then because we're deficient in it, we don't tend to have access to the same fruits and vegetables that we do while we're growing our spring and summer gardens. In the spring and summer, we got tomatoes galore, fruit galore, we got fruit trees, vegetables, herbs, all of that stuff growing. And a lot of times we miss some of the nutrients that are in the food that we grow. So what I want us to do is we're going to make use of all of those parts of the plant that we don't normally use for. I see your comments, TC. I am cracking up. I know I see and comfrey and oregano. Samia said oregano. Nope, still ain't get it, but keep going, keep going. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how, with the things that I have here, how you can make, yes, the healthiest greens in your garden. That can be in your garden that you can grow, whether you forage it, whether you got seeds and you grow it, whether you buy it from the grocery store. Mona! Mona's right, y'all. I'm sorry. I meant for her not to guess, though. I I know you funny. I already wait. I already got a package at the house for you. That's gotta go out. So yes, believe it or not, guys, there is no other green in your garden or that you can buy from the grocery store that is more nutritious than dandelion greens. The leaves of the dandelion is more nutritious and contains more vitamins and minerals than kale or spinach. Kale and spinach are number one at the top of the list as far as buying from the grocery store, getting your iron. But dandelion greens, and listen, let me tell you something, God Desire. I thought you was gonna get that first. I really thought you was gonna get that first, but that's okay. Mona got it, so Mona won. I'm sorry, y'all. But go ahead. And okay, so that was another thing that I addressed on the last live too. So first of all, dandelion is called the friend to the kidney and liver. It is a friend to the entire digestive system. So dandelion is considered a friend to the kidney and liver. So it's like with all things, right? You cannot, you can take it, but you should. Right. Listen, that is it is the untold nutritious secret. When people see y'all foraging it and going to get it everywhere or picking up in people's backyards, they don't even know what you're doing or what you have, the information that you have. So these are the greens, everything that I picked from the garden that we'll be talking about today. No. I'm gonna pull out the dandelion leaves. Everything is not dandelion leaves. This is we're making a nutritious blend. So this is a combination of leaves and greens and things that I have pulled from my own garden that are nutritious. And so I want to pull out the dandelion. So I'm sure you guys seen what dandelion looks like. Again, Mona, y'all know, like you said, that is my favorite herb. It is a herb, even though it is classified as a weed. It is a herb. Here we go. That is a dandelion leaf. Y'all see that? Y'all know what dandelions look like. And let me tell you something. So, Mona, back to your question. How much of it can you drink? It is a herb and it is beneficial, but you should take a break. And I said this on the live too. You should always take a break from any regimen, whether it's herbs, whether it's medication. You want to take a break from it. So I'll tell you, I'll give you the two other reasons why. So medication. I know they tell us we should take this medication every day. I have nothing to do with what is prescribed for you and everything. The fact that I do know is that medications, a lot of them, I'm not going to say all, a lot of medications interfere with nutrition absorption. A lot of us are have malabsorption issues. Our body is not so you can eat all the greens you want, right? And then you wonder why my body is not healing the way it should if I'm eating this right. That means you have an absorption issue. That means that there is a disruptor in your body that is stopping your body from absorbing the nutrition that you're eating. So it's important that, like I told on the last video, I said I took a break from certain things. Like for instance, I had stopped eating rice for like 2 months, going on 3 months, because I wanted to see if my issue was from the starch in the rice. I wasn't eating pasta, but mainly rice because I ate rice so much. And I found out that my issue was not the rice. But I didn't go back to eating it all the time. I had maybe one, and now I'm back on a kick where I really don't really need it. I really don't like it too much. Like I do like to get rice from the Indian restaurant, but I don't go there all the time. That's like once in a blue moon. But every now, so there's nothing wrong with it. But you have to just find out what's going on with your body. So you can have a disruptor in your body that's causing you not to be able to absorb nutrition. So that is could be the issue when it comes to medication. And you can do the research. Y'all know my favorite word is do your due diligence. That means you need to do research and you need to find out what's going on, and whether or not if you are taking prescribed medication, you need to find out if it has any negative side effects. Hey, Christina, welcome back. So now, the second part of that for your answer, Mona, dandelion is a friend and to the kidney and the liver. That means it is constantly causing your body to expel excess fluid. It is causing the body to, it's a diuretic. So it forces the body to detox. Your kidney and your liver is taking that whole digestive system, forcing it to detox. But the best part about dandelion, so this is why, so this is the thing. So dandelion, what dandelion does is not only is it making you expel your any detox in the body, taking toxins out, anti-inflammatory, antioxidants, fight free radicals, all of those things. But dandelion, which is different from a lot of herbs, is it's also putting back nutrients. It is actually putting back more nutrition in the body than it is actually dispelling. And it's trying to get rid of things that are considered toxic in the body. But this dandelion has everything. So do you? I did a whole video on dandelion. You guys can go back and check that video. I don't want to spend too much time on the dandelion, but I want you. No, no, please stop me. If you have a question, that's why I asked you. If you have a question, please stop me because you know my mouth will go a mile a minute. So the reason why I say that, it's okay. No, I did dandelion a while back. So no, if you got questions about it, please. Not even once a month. You can drink it as often as you want. I would do, but what I said after 30 days, take a break. After 30 days, you should take a break. Yeah, you can drink dandelion. I drink dandelion. I think I was drinking it like 2 weeks straight. I had it every day before I went to work. I took it with me as my drink to go to work. But I mix it with other herbs and things like that. But dandelion is okay. It's really nutritious, believe it or not. Make sure it hasn't been sprayed before y'all go picking it out of somebody's yard. Make sure they're not using no chemicals. And I'm gonna tell y'all another known secret you probably don't know either about something you're growing in your garden. But we'll talk about that later once I get to it. But dandelion, just make sure it hasn't been sprayed. But you can drink it. You can go out, Mona, and you could go collect all the flower tops of dandelion and sit back and make you a dandelion tea. I only say take a break just based on my research because it's a diuretic. Means it's constantly cleansing your kidney and your livers. So you want to give your digestive system a rest. You understand? So if I take it for 30 days straight, I'm gonna give it a rest. I'm giving my digestive system a rest. I would even do it if you. I say a 14-day on a herb that's detoxing and removing toxin. I would say 2 weeks is good. Then give it a rest. Because normally, like we have a saying that it takes 14 days to break a bad habit. It takes a little bit of time to move things out of our system, especially if we have slow digestion and things of that nature. So the dandelion is one of those herbs that's speeding up that detox process because your body naturally wants to detox. Your body naturally wants to get rid of toxins and things. But sometimes, like I said, we got slow absorption, malabsorption, we have digestive issues, we have dis-ease going on. A lot of us are not drinking enough water. Some of us are drinking the wrong water. Like it's just different things. It's just like with anything, like even so say if I'm not gonna use drugs as no example. So I'm y'all know y'all know I'm a fussy person, right? I am. Okay, so let me say this. I say drink you a good glass of spring water. If you don't have spring water, get you a filtered water. Because even what I do is with my, even if I buy a gallon of water, say purified water, I try to get purified water, and I have a beautiful that line by Drew Barrymore, and you don't have to have that. I'm not promoting her. I don't get paid for her or nothing. I just happen to love her products because I know that she's into clean things and she's into being healthy and things like that. So I like her line of things. So she has this filter. Now her system is not that pure. Y'all know that pure water filter system thing. They proved that it didn't really work. That they were lying about what chemicals it removes out of your sink water and things of that nature. So I don't like the pure. There's she used the company that backs. I think is it Brita? It's one of them other ones. Just do your research and just get you a good filtered pitcher. A pitcher that filter. I even found two at Goodwill, and I gave one to my daughter so that she can have clean water for her and my grandchildren. I gave her one, and I gave my daughter-in-law one, so they would have. If you don't have access to go get your spring water, or in that case, you can buy some bottled water that's purified, pour it in that, and it'll still filter it again. There's nothing wrong with having it filtered without all of those chemical things. But I love that water system. I use it. So if you don't have the spring water, just get you a good filtration system. Some people got good filtration systems in their house. They have a good filter system in their house. But Mona, drink some water. Try to get the best water that you can. Whatever it is that you can afford, you get it. There you go. I found one at Goodwill. I just gotta get somebody to put it on. You know, the one that filters all the water, like the shower water and all that. I do have one of those, but I have to find somebody that know how to put it on. And plus, I want to wait till I get to my own house. I rent, so I don't want to. I'm I'm cleaning their water, and then when I leave and get my new house, mhm, I've seen that. Yep, I have one. Oh, you can't hear Mona? Mona, turn up your volume. Let me see. They can't hear you, Mona. You can't. I don't see it either. Why is it not letting you? I can't. Oh, this is crazy. Right. Hmm. Oh, crazy. Let me see. This is why a lot of people don't like YouTube because I'm using YouTube to do my live, and I can hear you clear as day, but they can. And it asked me to add you live, and I did. Hold on, y'all. Oh, that's me. No, that was me. Let's see. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me see. Yeah, but I want them to be able to hear you. Yes. I can't see you on here either. What is going on? Oh man. Let me see. How do I fix this? So anybody know how I can? Oh, I don't want to come out of the live. Okay, this is crazy. I don't want to come out of the live, guys. Okay, this is crazy. Oh my god. Can you try that, Mona? Yeah. Mona's gonna try and leave out and come back in. I'm gonna see if I can add her again that way. Click your X. It should yeah. Okay. Hopefully we can get this fixed, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm studying talking to Mona, and I guess to y'all, it look like I'm talking to a ghost. Oh my goodness. All right. Join this stream. Okay. Add. Okay. Why are you still dark? This is crazy. They'll be removed. Right. Hold on. Um, Let me see something. Maybe I can add it to here. A moment. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. Mona. Poor Mona. Oh my God. Mona. I don't know. You know what? Next time I'm just gonna use what is that? The other stream that we use. What's that one we use for your channel all the time? Mona. Oh. Next time I'm just gonna use that other one that we use for your channel. Yeah. I'm just gonna use that one. Me neither. And it's so funny. Right. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, y'all, is I'm going to if Mona has a question, I'm gonna repeat her question, and then that way you know what it is she's asking me. So what she had asked me, guys, since y'all couldn't hear her, she asked me how often should she take dandelion as a tea. And that's why I explained to her those two different ways and gave that example. She asked me, was it okay to take dandelion for a long period of time? And then again, my response was that after 30 days, I would say give it a rest. But I say even after 2 weeks, you can take it. And I think that's good enough. And then give your body a rest. Because again, dandelion is heavy on the kidneys and the liver, not negatively, but it's constantly detoxing and cleaning those systems out, your whole digestive system out. And so you just want to give your body a rest. And that's for anything. Hmm. Hmm. Even though you don't. Absolutely. I believe so. I would have to do just a little bit more research, and I don't have my medical book here with me. I do have a medical book on our 11 systems. I do have, when I took the Doctor of Natural Medicine, I do have that as well. I'll research that. So, what Mona asked me is that if a person doesn't have their gallbladder and the dandelion is working on their liver and kidney, will it have an impact on it, or will it help that process since her system works extra hard because that person doesn't have a gallbladder? But absolutely anything. So your liver is your filtration system. And anything that aids the liver helps the body to detox. It helps the body and it takes stress away from your other systems. And God's desire, if you're in a comment, if you can help me as well, because you know a lot about this too. If anybody have any questions in the chat, you guys can ask questions in the chat. And God's desire, she'll help along with me to answer a lot of the questions you guys may have. So just in case I may miss a question or anything. So if anybody else have any questions in the chat, please. Y'all know I talk a lot, so I'll keep on rolling and not know. And I don't want to miss it. I'm sorry, y'all. Mona is cracking on me because I say I talk a lot and I'll be going so fast and I bypass through questions. I'm sorry. So Mona asked that question. So yes, anything that helps the liver. Your liver is that anchor in your entire system. And the liver is also, thank you, Diana. You already know, hugs. Um, Anything that helps that liver. You know why a lot of our issues we have is because when we have dis-ease or any kind of issues in our system, it forces the liver to work overtime. It forces your other organs and things to work overtime. So it's important to make sure that that number one thing is that liver. Because once if that liver has reached its point where it isn't healing itself, your liver is the one organ in the body that can actually grow back itself. So there, you want to take care of it. So anything that's going to help take the stress off the liver, Mona, is phenomenal. And dandelion is one of those things. And dandelion doesn't have any negative side effects. Just remember the dandelion. There's nothing negative about the dandelion. And you that's why I say it's important to make sure number one it's not tainted with pesticides, herbicides, weed killer, that Roundup or anything like that. You want to make sure it hasn't been sprayed with that because y'all know I forage a lot. And before I pick anywhere, I make sure that I confirm that no chemicals have been sprayed. So that was the first thing I wanted to do as well because we really got to understand about um, because I know a lot of you guys, you're going to want to make this, and it's easy to take a shortcut and run the shop right and go buy all of these greens. I want to share something with you before you do that. I'm praying that we use what we have in our garden because that's what we can control. We control what's growing in our garden. We control what's growing on our property, growing in our house. We control that. Only time that we have issues is if somebody's spraying overhead of us, or if you got to be careful if you have a neighbor that's good for going out there spraying Roundup or something like that. You want to definitely be mindful of that. So that was the dandelion. Dandelion was the answer. It is the most nutritious green that there is. The most nutritious green leaf. Okay. So let's start. I have to deal with the elephant. No, you see when okay, Mama, see if I'm still talking to you, I'm talking to a ghost. It's an inside joke. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so let me deal with this first thing first. This first thing is one of my favorite places to go in December is to the EWG website. The EWG, hold on. Yes, let me give it to you. Yes, I got you. I got you. Actually, I'm gonna pull it up so you can see it. Yes. So let me show you. Hold on, I'm about to give it to you. So it is the Environmental Working Group. They are the makers of the Dirty Dozen list. They make the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. They're also the ones who enforce legislation about the healthiness of the food that we eat, the growing pesticides and herbicides and chemicals. They're the ones that expose all of that that's in our food. They're the ones who exposed that there were forever chemicals or PFAs in our food. They were the ones who did that. I donate to them because they're one of my favorite sites. If you donate $10, you get like this kind of laminated. I don't have it with me. I'm sorry. I'll maybe on my next live I'll show it to you guys. But they send me every year the clean 15 and the dirty dozen list. It's like a little laminated pamphlet, and it also gives me a list of different grocery stores and places to shop at where I know that the chemicals are not that the food is good. You know what I mean? So things like that. So if you get a chance, go to ewg.org. And if any of you are on it, you can go on there now, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. So and then the reason why I am bringing up the Dirty Dozen list because a lot of you will go because you may not be growing all of the uh, leaves and vegetables and things that I'm using today, and you may want to go out to the grocery store and buy some. So I just want to give you a heads up on what's on the Dirty Dozen list. You've heard me say it. I've been saying this about this Dirty Dozen list since the beginning of the year, and it comes out every year. One of the things I was surprised this year is that because normally blueberries is number one. Blueberries is number one, and it had made it to the bottom of the list, which I'm happy about. I mean, I'm still sad because it's on the list, but normally it is the most heavily sprayed fruit that we consume. So when you're gonna be surprised when you find out what is the most heavily sprayed this year. Okay. So with this list, so the again blueberries is number 11. You guys, after you research it and understand it for a while, you'll know why I'm like okay, because I years and years I fought and I would write the EWG because I would ask them why is blueberries always at the top of the list? It's always number one. And I used to get so frustrated because you go out and you try and find blueberries to eat. And this was before I became a better gardener. I never had a blueberry tree before. This is my first year that I actually was able to successfully grow blueberries. And I actually now have two blueberry bushes, which I'm happy and I thank God for because that's one of the things that I eat. You guys don't know, but blueberries are the most highest fruit in antioxidants. Antioxidants, they fight free radicals in the body. They fight off cancer cells. It is the highest antioxidant fruit. And for them to spray it so heavily with pesticides and chemicals just used to blow my mind. But I understand it. That's my personal opinion. I'm just sharing from my research. Okay. And I'm passionate about these things because I told y'all my whole gardening experience was because I saw where how high food was getting and a lot of people can't afford it. I deal with a lot of families and people in the community and people in need every year. I'm constantly we do we I do these shoe boxes of love with another organization, which is we put together shoe boxes, and I get people to donate, and I donate, and we put in little goodies, tissues, deodorant, little things like that for senior citizens who can't get out in the community, and some of them can't even afford it. And then I also do every year I do back to school where we give away school supplies. I raise school supplies. I get donors from people and then I do it on my own and give out school supplies because some kids don't have it. I used to work for the Board of Education. I know that a lot of families can't afford it. One year I had coats donated from dry cleaners who had people had leftover coats and they donated them to the kids at the school. It was kids that used to come to school. They don't eat breakfast. They didn't have pencils and pens at home. If you wouldn't believe it, you ask some of these families, the kids ain't doing their homework and they're embarrassed to tell you they don't have pencils at home. So that's why it's important that I'm a part of a lot of these organizations and doing the things that I do. And it's also why I'm so passionate about what I do. And this is why I do these series and these lives sharing this information because I believe everybody should have access to it. We should know if there's free food around us and nutritious stuff. I can't eat, go to a 5-star restaurant, but hey, I got these dandelion greens going right next door. I can make an amazing salad. We don't even know that. There was one time I was foraging um, by my old home and I was getting these leave and the man said he stopped me. He said, I know that you're doing that for a reason. I said, yeah, because a lot of people and he was homeless and I said to him, if you're ever hungry, you can pull some fresh vegetables from a yard as long as you know that there's no chemicals on it. He said my mom used to do that back in my country. His mother was he was from Puerto Rico and he was telling me that his mom used to always forage and do things like that. So that's just part of a little bit of history about me and why I do some of the stuff that I do because I feel like everybody should have access to the information, access to that kind of knowledge. So I'm sorry, was I long winded, Mona? Oh, okay. All right, so back to the EWG. That is our dirty dozen list. I'm not worried about the clean 15 right now. I'm just dealing with the dirty dozen list. So, number one, um, the most consumed fruit by I'm gonna say Americans every year is strawberries. Strawberries made number one on the list. It is the most heavily sprayed this year with pesticides, herbicides, forever chemicals or PFAs. So y'all know, okay? And believe it or not, wait, is it? Let me see. Is it? Strawberries or let me see. Okay, so the chemical that is sprayed on strawberries, it is cancer causing and does reproductive damage. So if you are still in your childbearing age, be careful of the strawberries that you buy from the stores because of the forever chemicals, the chemicals that are sprayed on it. It has over a dozen pesticides sprayed on it this year. There are over 12 different pesticides that are sprayed on the strawberries this year. So when you get strawberries, I also showed you guys how to clean your fruit as well. I showed you guys, and I shared with you guys how to clean it if it is sprayed with chemicals, to at least get off as much of it as possible. Okay, and again, try to buy organic. That word organic is loosely applied to certain things, but if you can, at least you know they tried to keep the chemicals and things off of it. So strawberries was number one. Spinach and lettuce is number two. Spinach and lettuce is number two on the list, and they contain chemicals that are banned in other countries like Europe. So that is spinach and lettuce is number two. Number three is kale, collards, and mustard greens. That shocked me. I was shocked that those greens were on the list. But think about how many people are trying to eat healthy nowadays. They're eating, so there's a demand for it. Whenever there's this huge demand for it, they just seem to go to the top of the list. So that is number three. The pesticides that's on the greens, the mustard greens, collard greens, and kale greens cause cancer. Okay, and this is facts. Y'all can look this up. You can go to the EWG website, huh? That they have pesticides that cause cancer on kale, collards, and mustard greens. Mona asked me to repeat myself, guys. I'm sorry. That was number three. Number four is grapes. Um, and I'm going to talk about grapes too. So, but grapes is number right. And I stopped eating them too because they're seedless. And I'm growing grapes. Yay! So I'm growing grapes this year. So yeah, the seedless grapes, they are heavily sprayed. So you have to clean them. You must clean them. That was number four. Number five, peaches. Pesticides, pesticides, pesticides. Sprayed all over the peaches. I know. I know. And I had some peaches this year. I have a peach tree that I bought, but y'all know, Brook Farmer, you know, I'm being patient. I only had it for a year. So I don't expect it to have anything, but I still take care of it. So number five is peaches. Six is pears. That surprised me too. I don't remember seeing pears on the list, but I would have to go back and look. But I don't remember seeing pears. But six, um, believe it or not. So again, like I said, there has been this huge demand for a lot of healthier eating, and pears is one of the ones that went up. The greens definitely is one of the ones that went up. Kale, collards, and mustard, people using in smoothies and different things like that. But pears this year has the most pesticides. There's no other fruit on this list that has more pesticide than pears. So please be careful. That means even though I told you there was a 12 pesticides on strawberries, that means pears got way more than that. It has way more pesticides sprayed on it. Okay, it is the most contaminated with pesticides. Seven is nectarines. I always put nectarines and peaches in the same list, so I expected that. Once I saw peaches was on the list, I said nectarines probably is next too. Same thing. Now, number eight. You're not gonna believe this. Exactly. God's desires. She said pears is used a lot in juicing. Absolutely. And see, that's the thing. Think about all the things that we're using to juice now. That's why all these things is on the list. Like it blows my mind. But anywho, we're gonna keep on. So this one surprised me. Apples. Apples is number eight. But guess what? Apples is not sprayed growing. They spray the apples with pesticides after they've harvested. After they have harvested the apples, they spray it with chemicals. Those forever chemicals are sprayed after they pick all the beautiful apples off the tree. Mind blowing. Basically. But guess what, Mona? Mona said, so don't eat the skin. Guess what? Guess where the most nutrition at? In the skin. I do too. I do too. And I love a good apple pie, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, they spray. Who knew that? Anybody in the chat? Did y'all know anything about that? Oh yeah. God's desire said fresh pesticides. After they spray the apples with chemicals after they're harvested. That's true. That's true. That's true. To keep that color on it and everything. But when we get it, you can tell the difference. When I go to the farmers market, the apples, they don't have that glossy sheen to it. You know what I mean? Which is why I love them better. Okay. Number 9 on the list is olive R peppers. Bell peppers, hot peppers, sprayed with chemicals. That's why it's always best to get your fruit and vegetables from a market or a farm, or better yet, grow yourself. As y'all know, eating dried fruit from a store, it has no nutritional value, no nutritional value. Not the fact that it's a fruit, but the fact that they use so many chemical ridden preservatives on it that it takes away from any health benefit the fruit could have given you. So, what you do is you dry your own fruit. You can, yeah, a freeze dryer, a plain dryer. As long as it's not going over 100 degrees, you can dry your own fruits and vegetables and things and make your own. And guess what? You could put honey on it instead. You can put nut. Fruit is just naturally sweet, and that sugar doesn't have a negative effect on your blood sugar levels. I keep telling my sister that because she has diabetes. I'm like, yeah, you could cut sugar, but those are natural sugars. But she has to flush out. When you're diabetic, you have to flush out all of that other sugar, that non-beneficial sugar out of your system. Huh? You're gonna have to fast. Take that dandelion tea, any herbs that are gonna help flush and detox your system. She asked me, how can I get rid of the sugars in your system, especially if you're diabetic? And then you have to flush them out. You have to, and that means no cakes, no cookies, no candies, nothing that has those negative sugars, white sugar, high fructose corn syrup, any of those sugars like that. You must fast from those sugars and move that out of your blood. So any herbs and things like that, absolutely. Mona, the thing about it is your body gonna fight you on it because people don't understand that that white sugar is actually kind of a drug. It's more addictive than drugs. So you have to fight past that phase of your body wanting it. Because remember, there's MSGs and things in those foods that make us want it, and it removes our brain. It goes to our brain and tells our brain that we want more of that, and it confuses the brain. It sends those false signals that don't tell us when we full, or tell us it falsely tell us when we hungry. Like, you wouldn't believe what that MSG does to you. I could one day, I keep saying I'm gonna talk about the nutritional side, but I can even show you when they even discovered MSG in China and why they made it, because they wanted people outside of their country to like the food. So they created MSG to remove the body's ability to tell them that something is nasty or don't taste. Well, you know what? Listen, I'm not gonna go there. Hi, Georgia Peach Nut. And listen, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Cause I really, Peach Nut. Mona said, "Hey." So Hey y'all, make sure y'all hit the thumbs up for me. Everybody that's in the chat, if you please hit the thumbs up for me, especially before you leave or if you're coming in and out. I truly appreciate you stopping by my channel. I adore you for it. Thank you so much. Okay. Just be mindful of that. So now, number 10 is cherries. Cherries is on that list. Got to clean those cherries. Number 11 is blueberries. Blueberries is on the list, and it makes me upset because it is, those antioxidants. If y'all understand how important antioxidants are in the body, it helps the body's natural defense to fight cancer. So that's why I get so touchy about blueberries. Blueberries is always number one, the most heavily sprayed. So it's number 11 on the list. It still contains toxic pesticides. Please wash your fruit. Okay. Number 12 shocked me. But again, like God's desire saying, people are juicing and things of that nature. So I'm not even surprised that it's on the list. I am surprised it's made the list. I'm surprised. It's green beans, y'all. Green beans. Um, it contains pesticides that has been banned for over 10 years. It is a pesticide that the EPA said should not be used in food 10 years ago. So these manufacturers, or these farmers that have these making these green beans, I don't understand. Like y'all didn't get the message. And it's a shame because the EWG goes and tests the food. They go and test these foods. That's how they know what's on in these fruits. They go and test it, and they were shocked when they saw that they're using a chemical that has been banned for over 10 years. So that's it, y'all. So again, I know going. This is why it's important for us to make this green mix. So we're gonna make this green mix because you got your cord. Okay, so anybody that's in the chat, yeah, anybody that's in the chat, let me know if you're doing this with me. Let me know if you are making you a green. This is a green nutritional green natural nutrient mix. This green is going to contain vitamins, minerals, things that we need to help get us through the winter. Huh? Okay. Yes. Yes. I did, Mona, a couple videos ago. Okay. So, okay. So Mona asked me, guys. Okay. Thank you. Definitely, definitely. And when I show you the ones I'm using today, you're gonna be shocked. So Mona said that maybe I should revisit on how you want to clean your fruits and vegetables. Number one, when you get home, you need to clean them right away. Cause guess what? If you're touching this fruit, touching that fruit, you're touching things in your refrigerator, touching things all down, there's cross contamination that can happen. So what, like for instance, I went and got my fruits and vegetables, even though I got it from a farmer's market, and I know that they don't spray their fruits and vegetables with anything. I still wash it. Okay, so you can take lemon juice. Take a lemon. You want to put the fruit and do it one by one. I even taught my granddaughter how to do this, guys. So we get the water, because remember, there even chloride in the water, and some of that chloride can kind of wash off the color. So be mindful of that too. But anyway, get the water. You want to get a bowl, even a bowl like this, right? And you want to fill your fruit, and we'll do the fruit individually. You want to get it, and you want to cut a lemon in half. You want to squeeze that lemon juice in that water. You want to take a teaspoon of baking soda in that water, and some people do use vinegar, and if they don't have the lemon, you can use vinegar. I've seen many people use vinegar to clean it, and you want to let that sit. Just for a few minutes. Let it sit, let it soak. You'll see the stuff wash off of it, believe it or not. Strawberries, you gotta be a little bit more careful, but I still wash it. I use the lemon for the strawberries. Uh, I try my best. I'm not buying strawberries from Walmart or Aldi or any of those places anymore. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not telling y'all where to get your fruit and vegetables from. I showed you guys how I was in the store at Aldi, came outside, it was a whole different color. Anyway, so it's important to just wash it. Just make sure you wash it. But then after you let it sit and you let it soak and you let those chemicals and things come off of it, right? You want to pat it dry. You want to pat it dry, and then store it in a container. It's important to make sure you know how to store certain fruits and vegetables. Like you don't want to put onions with your fruit because what it does, it over ripens the fruit. There's a chemical that's released from onions that over ripens some of the other fruit in your refrigerator. Onions don't need to be stored in a refrigerator. And I think maybe we can talk about that another day too. I don't want to go too far off the ledge of what we're talking about. And then you guys are like, wait, hold on, slow down. So again, you just want to clean it. Just make sure you clean it. However ways that you can clean it, do your best to just get as much stuff off of it as possible. It may be time consuming for some of us, but y'all know as gardeners, we go through that process. Okay. So I know sometimes can be time consuming, but clean your fruits and vegetables. You know, you may not have time that day. Okay, leave it in that bag that it came in. Then when you get time, when you go back, maybe you go back later, or maybe you go back in the morning. Make sure you clean it before you allow your family to start eating it. They're called forever chemicals for a reason. PFAs are forever chemicals. It is hard to get them off. And I do implore you, I did talk about this. Please go watch that video. What I'll do is I'll share the video in my community tab. Yep. Mm-hmm. 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 I even in that video I even told y'all how some of the chemicals in it were aimed at the male reproductive system. So this just be mindful. I told because y'all a lot of y'all I know guys that are you probably remember because I talked about how one of the forever chemicals or I named the name in here of how it changed the actual sex of a frog. It turned a male frog into a female. That was the pesticide. So Mona, you saw it that live. Yep, I talked about it. I remember. But I will share that video again. That way you guys don't have to search too far for it, okay? I'll share it in a community tab sometime tonight or tomorrow, okay? So just look out for that. So now let's get to it. Okay. Oh, another thing about the forever chemicals. One of the guys that I truly, truly adore is Dr. Bobby Price. He just did a video on forever chemicals. He talked about how it's in our underwear. If you're not wearing cotton underwear, if it needs to be cotton or it needs to have cotton lining in there. He said, ladies, I know you're gonna be upset and you want to wear them sexy drawers, but they have forever chemicals in them. He talked about it being in the tampon. You guys can't hear Mona. I'm sorry. That's why I'm laughing. You don't want to hear what she said. Anyway. Okay, so forever chemicals, they can be everywhere. They can be sprayed in the air. Again, if you are the type that you have like land and you think spraying chemical, be careful of it. There's another guy on another doctor who shared how you know how you go in the grocery store and there's spray. You see that water being sprayed. You think it's just water being sprayed on your fruits and vegetables, but no, it is PFAs. Chemicals on it to keep its color, preservatives, things of that nature. It's not just water. So be careful of that, okay? These chemicals, they particular forever chemicals can be found in drinking water. The EWG is fighting now because they're trying to get more regulation on the PFAs that are coming up in regular drinking water. Y'all seen what happened in other states where they came and drink the water and they still can't. PFAs is one of the things they found in it. PFAs cause testicular issues, that's for males, cause reproductive issues in females, negatively affects your kidney, your liver, your pancreas. It weakens the immune system of your children. That's why EWG fight is so hard, because they found so many chemicals and endocrine disruptors in things that children have. That's why you guys be mindful of ordering from Temu and Amazon and all those places, because some of them, the reason why they slip into Amazon and other little sites like that, like Alibaba and all of them, because they know that if they come directly into the US, there's a ban on some of the stuff like kids' toys, kids' bottles, things of that nature that have forever chemicals sprayed on it or used in the process of making it, and is causing childhood cancer. Yeah. And a lot of it is banned in the US. There's a lot of things banned in the US. So be mindful of that. And who said it? Peach Nut, Georgia Peach Nut. Shout out to Georgia Peach Nut. She listed a whole bunch of things on her live this week that are on recall. You guys got to remember that. Listen, with God's desire, you know, you and I have to have that private conversation. But it causes low birth weight in children. These forever chemicals, endocrine disruptors. Again, we will eventually get to talking about the nutritional side of things, and then we can talk more about. So I can explain to you what an endocrine disruptor is. But ENDOCRINE, an endocrine disruptor, that's the endocrine system, one of the 11 systems in our body. Okay. Um, and it's a very important system. You guys will not believe this. We'll talk about that. Infant low birth weight in children, and also can cause infant mortality. Okay, so just be careful of that. They have recently had a lawsuit filed on these forever chemicals because they were found in clothing. We talked about the underwear. They were found in uniforms, like firefighters uniforms, the mask and uniforms that firefighters wear. They found forever chemicals in it. So I don't think anybody is immune from it. Okay. So that was it. So I needed to go over that because I know you guys will want to go to the grocery store and pick up your greens and make your nice green vitamin mix. Look at this. This is my notes, y'all. Y'all know how I feel. I will not be going through all of this. God's desire. Listen. She said her next class is on endocrine system. Wait till you take that class. That class, in addition to um, dealing with the system, right? The beautiful thing is it's going to teach you the herbs to help the system. And that's what I love about it. At the end of each system that we study, yeah, it's a medicine class. At the end of each one, it tells you. So one, it tells you the aromatherapy method. It tells you the Chinese medicine method. It tells you the herbs to use to help heal it. It tells you the diseases of that system. I ain't gonna tell you. You about to go take that class anyway. Yeah, it's funny. Uh, uh, on when you're studying herbs and stuff, is they tell you to take classes on the body, so you know how to heal the body, things like that. So I think she's taking the same, the doctor of medicine classes that I'm taking, that I took. So yeah, but listen, guys, y'all, I think so. I get excited again about these classes. She asked what class are you taking, Diana? What class you taking, God's Desire? Um, because when you find out that the body can heal itself and herbs are the way that we used to heal ourselves before modern medicine. Modern medicine evolved from herbs and plants. And again, I told there's over 10,000 plants that heal the body. Like there's plants and herbs and natural medicine that we can take. And a lot of, again, not modern medicine started from plants. So it's interesting. And I just get excited because I taking the courses and stuff like that showed me how to do that. So you guys, you can take a class. Yeah, learn about your system, learn about the body. You know, it's really interesting, like really really interesting. I'm telling you. I mean, I don't know about you. I talk about God, and I just really believe that He provides a way for us. So wow, yeah. Yeah, those systems, I'm telling you. She said her class is taught by a practitioner in Canada. Yeah, you'll see it's different when you get that. I wait, my one of I think what class was that? My health and wellness professor was from Canada. Yeah, she was from Canada. Yeah, she was. I wouldn't say that because my doctor of natural medicine, he was from here. Even though he has an accent and everything, he was born here. I think he live out. Do he live out? No, he's here. He was again. He was boring, but just the information that he taught me was so phenomenal. So it made the class. I know, I know. Sometimes at the beginning, I was like falling asleep, y'all. No lie, no lie. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so this is an example, guys, right here. Okay, so this mix right here, it smells so good. This is from my brother, Broke Farmer. He'd be like, smell of vision. Y'all see that? This is a mix here. This has dill, parsley, oregano, mint, sage, lemon balm, peppers, oregano, thyme, basil, Swiss chard, tomato, all of the leaves of the plant. And what you have to do, so one of the biggest things, guys, it's important to make sure that your herbs are dried. They must be dried. They must be dried. They must be dried. I'm gonna post up today too, pictures of the herb bags well, the bags of leaves and herbs and things that I'm drying to use in um, my mix because I want to have at least 3 jars of this. Listen, this is like, you know how you make a seasoned salt and it got all different kinds of seasonings in it? This is kind of like what that is. Right. So I dry it. I dry it. It must be dried, guys. Otherwise, it will spoil the rest of this mix. Okay. You can do not put nothing in here that is still wet. There are certain leaves that have so much water, like kale. Uh, um, you don't use lettuce. Um, you could use celery, but again, I spoke about celery. It doesn't have that much nutritional value. Leave that for your juicing because you need that water content from celery. But there are certain plants where the leaves hold a lot of water. So you want to make sure it is dry to its fullest. As you can see, I have stems in here and I dry it. So now you can crush it by hand, you can crush it by scissors. I have this mortar where I crush it try to get it as fine as I can. So now you can break this down to like this kind of mix here, right? Where you can still see the herbs and the plants present, right? See that? You can still see it present. You can see the different things in here. You can crush it like that. This you can put it in your smoothies because this right here contains some of the most nutritious plant leaves there are. I mean, think about all the benefits of oregano. Think about all the benefits of thyme. People don't realize how we use dill as a trap crop in our gardens, but dill is actually very, very good for you. And I'm gonna give you a tip. Dill is also good for your hair and your skin. And remember, your skin is the largest organ on your body, not your heart, not your liver. Your skin is the largest organ on your body. Right. Yes. She said she got some wheatgrass she want to put on there. Chop, put in there some of that lemongrass we talked about last week. Put that in here. You got lemongrass, lemon, whatever you want. But what I want you to do is once you make your mix, I need you to take a picture of it and post it on your tag community tab and tag me. Okay? When you guys make your own, I want you to do that. So now, again, you can break it down like this. Guess what? If you're the type that cook and you homemade cooking, guess what? You can add it to, huh? Yes, in your mix. Put it in your soups, your salads, like your salad dressing. I would put like in your salad dressing something where it's gonna marinate in there. You can put it in your ground meat, like if say you're making some homemade ground burgers or ground turkey meatballs, anything like that. You definitely could do it. Or if you look at the very bottom here, I finely ground it, and that's why I use this right here. Now this you can add to your tea, put it in a tea bag sleeve, or and put it in there and let it sift. You're going to get the nutritional value, your vitamins, your minerals, all of that just in a teaspoon. And remember, we're going to need this as we go into the fall and we go into the winter. We don't have access to the same fruits and vegetables that we have when it's spring and summer. Okay. But here you're preserving it. You're taking one of the forgotten things in the garden, which is the leaves. The leaves and some of the stems. Not all stems in the garden are good. I need you to do your due diligence and do your research, okay, to make sure. But I'm telling you to get the leaves and you grind them. You can grind it up to a powder like this and use it in your smoothies, use it in your drinks, your teas, and things like that. You can do that. You can even grind this up and make an infusion. This would be phenomenal as an infusion. And like I say, if you don't want to have all of that floating around in your oil, whatever is your medium that you choose to do your infusion, put it in a bag, one of those mesh bags. You can order them like 100 of them on Amazon. Get the white one, and you want to put it in your oil and let it infuse for weeks. I'm telling you, by the time about November gets here, you could take just a couple drops of that oil under the tongue. Oh, you did? She said she harvested citronella leaves today. I did. Let me tell you. So I want to share some bloopers with y'all, right? Okay. So I did. I had harvested too, making my bag blends, right? And my behind ended up harvesting some citronella, but I did not want the citronella for this mix because I don't use citronella for its vitamins or nutrients. I use citronella to make as bug repellents, to put in an oil burner around the house to keep mosquitoes and bugs away. So I do that. I had to, y'all, I was about to grind up everything, and I was like, wait, that's a citronella leaf. Know your leaves. Those citronellas, I pulled it right on out of there. But here's a funny story. I had when I was harvesting from the garden, I went all around the garden, y'all. I went all around the garden looking for what leaves I was going to use to make this mix. Can y'all guess what leaf this is? It's important, y'all, to know what's in your garden, what you're harvesting. I found a plant that's called the snake flower. Y'all know it's toxic. It just popped up in my, and it popped up among my, I have a pepper plant that I had overwintered from last summer. And so it's growing. And when I first grew it, I shared it with you guys at the beginning of spring because the birds and them had tore that plant. They ate the heck out of that pepper plant. And it finally began to grow back. So I had put some zinnias around it. So I got zinnias and this little ugly little plant popped up in it. And I was like, those some nice big leaves on that plant. And then you may need to get you a plant identifier, even in your own garden, because again, like they said, when we're getting seeds from different places, we don't know if it's crossbred with something else, or you know what I mean. So you want to be mindful of what's growing in your garden. And I cut that thing down. I pulled that thing up from the root. It's like, get out of here, and threw it. I didn't even put it in my compost because it's toxic. You know, like I told you about the foxglove, that little short video I did on the foxglove. It looks pretty like a burdock, but it's not burdock. It is toxic. It can cause you to have a heart attack if you have um, if you have heart issues. Um, it's funny. I think one of the neighbor here when I pulled up the other day, this is my friend where I'm at now, and the neighbor had foxglove. I was like, why do they have that growing outside? And I mean, it covered their whole front door. Like, and I think they heard me. I was like, that plant is toxic, can cause heart issues. Do y'all know 2 days later I came back and that whole plant was gone? It was like, I think they heard you. Yes. Yes, that's citronella. God's desire. Mix the citronella with lemon grass. Yeah, mix it with lemongrass, and you got bug repellent to the 100th power. Okay, so this plant right here, this is eggplant. Wanna know why it's so funny to me, y'all? This is the leaves from my eggplant. And I'm glad I cut the leaves off because that ain't give me not one eggplant yet. I had that plant since the beginning of spring. And it has the most prettiest purple flowers, y'all. The prettiest flowers. It has the prettiest flowers, but I still have not gotten any fruit from it. Any I I don't know. I think that I can't get it to pollinate. And I go back and I pour little flowers. I know that's what D Mood told me. Because I may have to do that with the cucumber. Y'all, Mona told me that I need to get out there and self pollinate my eggplant and my cucumbers. I was telling her, D Mood told me that. Some I had to get out there and play freak nasty with my vegetables. But guess what? All is not lost with this plant. If you take this plant, this leaf as a tea, you will knock yourself out. This is this eggplant leaves are considered a narcotic. Yep. So let's talk about it before I go. The eggplant. Let's get down to my eggplant, y'all. Eggplant leaves is part of the nightshade family. Y'all know we got those plants that are in our garden that are part of the nightshade family. Look it up. Not gonna go too deep into it, but it's considered a narcotic plant. It can cause dizziness. The funny thing about it is, I know people that love. The funny thing is, I wanted to make eggplant parmesan, which is why I was growing eggplants. Right, y'all? I'm psyched up about it. I did my little deep dive, y'all. Do you know that eggplant is considered like a sponge? Y'all know how it gets spongy, when we put it in that eggplant parm, it soaks up all of the nutrients of the things that we put in. So you know how we make an eggplant parm? Say we add in the cheese and the butter and all. It soaks all of the negative. I'm not gonna say negative because it's delicious. It soaks all of that up and becomes a sponge that holds all of that cholesterol, high cholesterol, and things of that in it. So just be mindful. Try to use the best ingredients when you're using eggplant to eat. Okay, because it is a sponge. This here, the leaf, is a narcotic. Okay, you, I wouldn't if you don't know what you're doing. uh, you can knock yourself out. It's considered it is a sedative. Narcotics are sedatives, okay? But it all is not lost because this plant helps with burns, cuts. What else? It helps with burns, cuts, cold sores. You know how you can get a cold sore around your mouth? Make a poultice. You can make a poultice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dry it and make an infusion. I'm not going to make a tincture because again it's considered a narcotic and I don't want nobody taking it and knocking themselves out. So I will make an infusion to be used externally. Okay. Not internally, externally. I will use it. So, for instance, with a poultice, normally with a poultice, you can take it and chew it up and put it on your bruise, right? You don't want to chew this up. You want to even take your pestle and mortar, and you can just crush it till you release the juices from it. You want to just crush it till you release the juices and natural oils from it, and you can use that by itself. And like, say you get a cold sore, cut, anything, bruise or something, and you need it to heal. You now know that you can use your leaves from your eggplant. And these are two different eggplant leaves that I have here. So I have this. I'm gonna show you this one. Let's use the big one. They're both eggplant. See? Oh, look, it's bigger than my face, y'all. This one, and then oh, listen, my eggplant, the eggplant bush, it is huge, like super tall, and it didn't need a stake. Huh? Who the? Oh my! Why it's not being pollinated? But it's producing flowers. You know I was doing. Let me tell you what I was doing. I don't know what I'm doing with the self pollinating. I don't know what I'm doing with the self pollinating. I took a male flower off and I rubbed it on everything. So I'm horrible. Right? Godzilla said her eggplant is used too. Now you know that the leaf is a narcotic. Okay, so what I surmise from studying about the eggplant, be careful if you where you have your eggplant as well. Because it is a sponge and it soaks the things around it. Just think about it soaking up. Like, say, if your neighbor is spraying their yard with chemicals, say you are just a backyard gardener and they're spraying with chemicals, it might be the type. So I have my eggplant in like a little raised bed that I made. And I'm not saying that you can't have it anywhere in your garden. Just be mindful that it may be soaking. You don't want to be soaking up nobody else's chemicals. So be careful where you put your eggplant at. Okay. That was one. The other one was morning glory. So I put morning glories in my my bag, and I had to take them out because morning glories is not for the vitamin mix. Some people eat morning glories, but that's not why I have morning glories. Not for any nutritional value. Okay, I had made a mistake and pulled those two. That's just so y'all know what it looks like. That's a morning glory. Okay. Not making no nothing nutritional. I pulled it by mistake. So they do. Some cultures have used morning glories. I There just wasn't enough benefit that I saw for me to add it to my mix. Um, I didn't see enough people saying they used it for its nutritional value, and it's not. Just you'll see. Look it up. You'll see. Okay. So let's talk about what I did choose for my mix. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I already told y'all about these. I have giant tomato leaves. This is the leaves from my giant tomato. And as you can see, these are not dried yet, guys. I washed them, cleaned them, and I have my salad spinner here to try and pull out all of that excess water that I couldn't from towel drying it. And I'm still gonna lay it out to dry, but I'm just letting you know you have to make sure it's completely dry. Yeah, I planted morning glories. They're very pretty, but I did the leaves. I was not beneficial for me to put in my green mix. Okay, so these are my tomatoes. So let me tell you about the benefits of the tomato plant. Where are we? So eggplant again. Do not use eggplant. The tomato. Hold on, y'all. I got another page. Too many pages. Where are we? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find it in my notes. Let's see. Doo, doo, doo. The tomatoes, their leaves are good. I don't use the vine. Um, Tomatoes are good for the heart. Y'all know that already. Um, Let me see what else did I put for tomatoes. Tomatoes. Turnips. The leaves. I just put that. That they're great for the heart. Y'all know what tomatoes are good for. It does have vitamin C. It does have vitamin K. Right? Is that all I put? Okay, that's all I put for tomato, y'all. I'm sorry. That was the tomato leaves. That was the first one. I didn't pick too many of those because I do have tomato leaves already in this one. Yeah, okra leaves do. So that's why I want you to pick plants that are in your garden. Start with those first before you go out and get some more. Huh? Uh-huh. Hmm. Well, you can make a tea with it, but what we're making is a vitamin mix. These have they're high in antioxidants. When they're green like this, they're high in vitamin K, vitamin C. Tomatoes is not the highest in vitamin C. I'm going to get to that, but remember, we're making a vitamin mix that's going to be high in vitamin A's, B's, C's, K, things that we won't have access to when we don't have these summer vegetables growing. Okay. So, yes. All right. Next up, guys, are my grape leaves. Bet you didn't know that one. So I'm going, not that one. I'm growing grapes in my garden. So grapes, let's go down to grapes. Grapes, these are Concord grape leaves that I'm growing. They're high in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber. Um, yep, I think that was it for it. Yes. Okay. So that is my grape leaves. See that? Just simple grape leaves that I cut off the vine that I'm drying. I've already cleaned them like profusely, but these are my grape leaves. So if you're growing grapes in your garden, this is another way that you can use the leaves. Okay. All right. Next up, this your gourds. Pumpkins, melons, cucamelons, was it watermelon leaves? Yeah. Any of your gourds, any of your melons. These are the leaves of my pumpkins. I have huge pumpkins, and I'm mad because the one pumpkin that went to glory had humongous leaves on it. I didn't know at the time that I could harvest the leaves and use the leaves part of my green mix. So now these pumpkin, the benefits of this pumpkin leaves is it contains minerals. One of the highest minerals it has is potassium. So any of you that make your own compost tea, you can cut off some of those leaves, put them in your compost tea, let it sit and soak, and you got a natural source of potassium. Um, it helps the these leads helps with the natural signaling for your body. You know how we have endocrine disruptors I talked about, things that interrupt the body from communicating with itself and telling it what to do, telling when it needs to start your menstruation or when it needs to start telling your body it's time for reproductive systems to start go things like that. So this helps with those signaling of the body. Pumpkin leaves does that. It also is great. It this oh I forgot to tell y'all. one of the hardest nutrients to find in your food is folic acid. And gourds or pumpkin leaves, like I have here, high in vitamin B9. And guys, you know that one. That's the folic acid when we're studying the systems. Um, these gourd leaves are high in vitamin B9. Okay. And also, vitamin B9. This helps with your kidneys, digestion, heart health, contains folic acid, and helps the body with its chemical signaling in the body. Okay. You know how this is the pumpkin leaves, your gourds, anything that's a gourd, melons. Let me show you. Like this. I'm about to get the squash. I'm about to get the squash. That's it's your melons. Yeah. Yeah, good. It's like pumpkins. Yeah, pumpkins are sitting. Look at this new melon I found. It was next to the watermelons. I forget what it's called. It says melon, like it's a melon. Anybody know what kind of melon this is called? I forgot the name of it. It's good, right? I think GT Junior was eating. Mona says she's growing this in her yard, y'all. Oh, almost look like the one. This is. It has little white lines in it. Let me see. Korean melon. Yeah. See that? Oh, guys, has already said canary melon. So I probably got more than one name for it. Okay. See that? So these are the leaves of your melons. Give that over there, please. All right. So that's that. That's your melons. Okay. Now, these are my squash leaves up next. All right. So we got to talk about the squash leaves. I'm drying this out. These squash leaves are so beneficial. But I want y'all to pay attention to the underside. You see that underside of these? And I have a lot. I have so much squash out there growing. Like I said, it ain't gave me not one squash. I thought I saw a squash out there. It was not. Yeah. Okay. Canary melon. Okay. It's a canary melon. All right. So see this? As beneficial as it is, I would not eat this out of the garden directly because the underside of the squash has those prickly things on it. They don't sting you like stinging nettle, but it's part of the plant's, defense system. So it can cause your throat to be itchy, or if you are like allergic to certain plants in the garden, it can definitely affect you that way. But it's still healthy, so we can still dry it. By drying it, we take away that. Okay, by cooking it, if you make it into like a spinach or anything like that, you take away that part of it. It's kind of like with stinging nettle. You know how you have to cook it or dry it to get rid of the little prickly things on the underside of it. And I have so many in here, y'all, because I'm about to tell you the health benefits of this thing. This is I have so many, y'all. Okay. I think that was the last one. Okay. Look how big they are. And I got more dandelion leaves. I told you about dandelion. So with these squash leaves, they contain vitamins A, B, and C. The squash leaves have vitamin A, B's, and C, um, iron, calcium, zinc, potassium, and guess what, y'all? Magnesium. We need magnesium. Yeah, I prefer you dry it. Remember, we're making a vitamin mix to get us through the winter. Okay, so I would dry it, but you can eat it. They're edible. That's the whole point, is that they're edible. Like I said, don't eat it raw because it's going to irritate your throat from there. You need to cook it down and get rid of the prickly. Okay, so we're making a vitamin mix, so we're going to dry these. Okay, They don't sting or nothing when you touch it. You just feel the prickliness of it. That's part of the plant's defense mechanism. Okay. So that's that. So I give you all of the. I gave you grapes. I gave you pumpkin. I gave you eggplant. Uh, let's go on. I gave you squash. I give you my cucumber leaves. I think I mixed the cucumber in there, y'all. Let me tell y'all. Oh, yeah, I think some of these is cucumber leaves. I'm sorry. Let me tell y'all the benefits of the cucumber leaves. The cucumber leaves are they reduce swelling. Cucumber leaves are really good as a poultice because they help with pain and arthritis. Oh, you know what? I removed the cucumber leaves because when I found out that it's better as a poultice, I decided to use it for a poultice because it says that the cucumber leaves can help with pain, inflammation, and arthritis. Okay, so with this thing on my knee and my ankle, I decided I was going to make it into an infusion. I'm going to make an infusion with it. But the cucumber leaves are great. They detox the body. They're diuretics. Again, diuretics is how the body detox itself, which means it works with your liver and your kidney to remove toxins out of the body. Okay. It also removes excess water and bloating, and it is great for kidney health. Okay. That is the cucumber leaves, which are similar to the squash ones. So they got them mixed in there, something. Okay. So that was a cucumber leaves, the squash leaves. I'm just moving a little bit faster because I'm just looking at the time. Y'all let me know if I'm moving too fast, okay? So next up, so this one you guys would know. This is an easy one. No, I'm normally go to 11 o'clock and let ask take questions or anything like that. Yes, but yeah. But if anybody got questions or you need me to hang around, I hang around. But I try not to keep people too long, okay? Yep, I see it. Yep, absolutely. Okay, absolutely. Mona was telling me not to rush, y'all. Okay, so next up, you guys, this is a good one. These are my raspberry leaves. If you are growing raspberries, let me tell you, I use these raspberry leaves. Berry leaves are good, period. Um, I told you guys before. I was last week. I was using strawberry leaves. Strawberry leaves are beneficial too. Okay. Um, These are raspberry leaves. Raspberry are, believe it or not, this little plant helps. Uh, it contains what we call protective antioxidants. That means they get in your body and they fight. Okay. That means they get in your body because antioxidants fight free radicals in your system. Anything that causes cancer, that's what it searches out for. So this bad boy is a protective antioxidant, which means it helps fight off, stave off any free radicals in a body. Okay. Oh yeah, roselle leaves, absolutely. Hibiscus, sorrel leaves, listen, all good, all good. I'm telling you, y'all, when you check around your garden and look at a lot of the leaves you have in there, you'll see. Like this one here, this is blackberry leaves. I'm growing a blackberry and a raspberry. And I've been using this raspberry leaf because raspberry is also great for the female system, menopause, premenopause, perimenopause, premenstrual syndromes, anything that's associated with this. That raspberry leaf is phenomenal with it. Okay. Um, I have a whole pamphlet on just the raspberry leaves. I have people that take this on a regular basis, just that may be going through the change of life, whether male or female, and they use the raspberry leaf for that. Okay, the blackberry leaf is a antioxidant, but it's also antimicrobial. Now this is the raspberry leaf, and this is the blackberry. See how dark the blackberry leaf in comparison to the raspberry leaf? That is This one is also antimicrobial. Besides being antioxidant, it is antimicrobial. Okay. Blackberry leaves are also anti-inflammatory. So remember, a lot of the pain in our body comes from inflammation. So drinking, making a tea out of this is beneficial for bringing down to inflammation. So we're going to use it in our green mix because we need anti-inflammatory. We need antioxidants. Those antioxidants help boost your immune system. Okay, so that are our berry leaves, blackberry, and raspberry leaf. And raspberry leaf people have used for eons. What you said? So Mona asked me blueberry, raspberry, strawberry. I use strawberry leaves. I don't use too many, but I do use strawberry leaves. I've been using. I have found when I found out they were edible and good for you. I was like, oh, I'm definitely throwing the strawberries. And so the other thing with it too, guys. You see, I have a lot of my squash and cucumber leaves here. You don't want to take more than 30% of a plant whenever you're harvesting. Be careful. Some plants are sensitive. If you take a lot of them, they get upset, and you don't want to force that plant to start making seeds and everything else, especially if you're still growing it. Okay, so never harvest more than 30%. Even when I'm foraging, I never take more than 30%. I'm not gonna go in there and just wipe the whole place out, of that plant, because I know that the plant wants to take care of itself. It wants to, especially if it's a plant that comes back every year. So I try not to harvest more than 30% at a time. Or it's not like a tomato plant where we go out there and get all of the red tomatoes when they're ready. It's not like that, but the leaves of the plant. Just remember, try not to take too much of it. Okay, just get enough that you need. Just get enough of it that you need. Spinach leaves. I have spinach leaves. Y'all know what spinach leaves look like. That's easy. I got a whole bunch of spinach leaves in here. These are the little. I'm sorry, I got some watercress stuck in there. But spinach leaves, you know that kale and spinach is at the top of the list for vitamin A, vitamin K, um, iron, high in iron, um, high in fiber. But believe it or not, spinach is great for your eyes, your bones, and if you don't know, spinach lowers your blood pressure. So if you're somebody that's fighting high blood pressure, you probably want to add a little bit of spinach, more spinach to your diet. Okay. And these are just because I got some small spinaches growing. I don't know if you can still get spinach starts right now. I know at the spring I had so many. This is just ones that keep trying to grow in the garden. Okay. And these are the spinach leaves. So I'm drying them out. I'm going to put them here in I have a 5-tier food dehydrator. Okay. So with that, let me show y'all what I do. Let me see. Did I tell you all the things that's in here? Oh, pepper leaves, guys. I also have pepper leaves. I went out and harvested some of the leaves from the pepper. The peppers are high in antioxidants. They contain vitamin A and vitamin B. Be mindful of that. We need those vitamin B's and D's, especially in the winter. It also uh, helps fight. Pepper leaves help fight diabetes. um, they also, believe it or not, they use pepper leaves to color like curry when they're making curry paste or curry dishes. They use the pepper leaves to give it that green color. Okay, that was just something that I found out. I didn't know that they used the pepper leaves for that. So you think there's just the peppers, but they use the leaves to help with the coloring of the food, and they're also anti-inflammatory. That's the pepper leaves. Um, Let me see what else is I gave you. I think that was all of them. Dandelion, I told y'all that at the beginning. Pumpkin spinach, kale. I do have kale in here. I do have watercress. They're both high antioxidants, high in vitamin A, high in vitamin C. They help with your heart. They help with brain development, especially in children. Um, They're anti-cancer, and they're also they help to detox the body, which is why a lot of people use kale in it. Believe it or not, watercress is very, very, very nutritious for you as well. Okay. Um, you can some other things that you can add to your mix is basil, oregano, mints, strawberry leaves, thyme. I think I told you oregano. You can use the beet greens. You can use mustard greens. What else is in here? I have some oregano in here. I have watercress in here. I have cilantro in here. This one here is the kale. Or is yeah, this is kale. But I also have watercress in here. I have more dandelion leaves in here. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Where is the watercress? I want you guys to see it. That's watercress. And I actually got that from the farmer's market. That one I did get from the farmer's market. I'm not growing watercress. People do grow watercress. I've seen seeds for it. I didn't realize how beneficial it was until I started working on my green mix. So it's very, very good. When you see these dark leafy greens like this, you know there's iron, you know there's vitamin A, you know there's vitamin K, and you need those. They help convert in a body, help with collagen production, which is your skin, your nails, your hair, which all work together and need the same nutrients. Your hair, skin, and your nails. Let me see what else is in here, guys. I have, yeah, just more kale, more spinach, and so use what you can, add what you can. Remember, that's seeds for watercress. Yeah, I saw seeds for that. And Mona gave me some roselle, and then Mona is actually growing really, really nice, which I'm happy about because I tried to grow before it didn't do good at all. So all I simply do, guys, if you have a food dehydrator, and this dehydrator does not go over 100 degrees, so I line it up on here because I want it to be completely dry. You can layer it. Yeah, you got one of these, Mona? Yeah, I love this thing. I dry my fruit. I dry my herbs on it. I'm gonna show you what it looks like after I line these on here, guys. Don't be afraid to layer it. It's gonna dry it all out. It's really good with the hydrating. All right, so that's one. Okay, and here's another. I'm gonna put these on here on this one. Can y'all see? Anybody have any questions? Hey, Christina. Yeah, kale is good, good, good. And I'm just laying everything on the dehydrator. These is easier to put in here. I have some watercress, cilantro, spinach. That's all gonna go on this tier here. Again, this is a 5 tier food dehydrator that I have. So line it all on there, y'all. Don't be afraid. It's all gonna dry. And again, we're making this nice mix. Look at that. That's dandelion. You know it's dandelion because I tell you it has it looks like a lion's mane. See all that tube going up and down it? Dandelion's easy to identify in a garden, especially if you're growing it. I still got to start those seeds that you gave me, Diana, for the dandelion. Okay, you do. Now this is tier number two, guys. I use my dehydrator for apricots this year. Listen, I was just saying how people think that buying dry fruit at the grocery store is good for you. There's no nutrition. The sugar and the preservatives take away all the nutritional value of it. It's always best if you make your own. Yeah, if you can make your own, it's better for you. I'm not saying don't try and eat as healthy as you can. Absolutely eat. If that's what you can get, then it's what you can get, you know? There's no harm, no foul. I just want y'all to choose the best of what you can get. Absolutely. I know that's right. Mona's saying that she's doing her best. She's trying to get the best. So that's two tiers right there. Oh, I gotta get that leaf in there, y'all. It's going to dry. It's going to shrivel up, guys. Okay. Go ahead. Any questions? Anybody got questions in the chat? Go ahead. Mona's got a question too. Go ahead. I can. You want to know what herbs clean the body or what clean the blood? Clean the blood. I can do a video on what herbs and things that helps with cleansing the blood. One of them is I can tell you now is yellow dock. Yellow dock is good for yellow dock is great. You drinking yellow dock? Now remember, yellow dock is one of those herbs you have to take a break from. That's a must. That one is different than dandelion. So after I would say after 2 weeks, take a break. I normally if I have yellow dock for a week, I'll take a break. 'Cause yellow dock's very strong, but it definitely cleans the blood. It is a blood herb. Yellow dock. I love yellow dock. Yellow dock, you can eat the seeds, the leaves, the stem. Yellow dock is so beneficial. I have it in both ways. I have the seeds by itself, and I can use that. It's a great coffee alternative because it lifts the mood, um, boosts your metabolism, cleanse the blood. It is a friend of the blood, absolutely, and is red for a reason. Yellow dog is has a bunch of nutrients in it, vitamins and minerals, just like dandelion. Not the same as dandelion, but it's up there. One of the best. I'm gonna tell you a nice blend that's good for detoxifying your blood and your body. Take yellow dock, dandelion, and burdock. Take it as a tea. Drink it at night. Drink it at night. You can drink yellow dock and dandelion in the daytime. You can. Is a natural mood booster, natural lifter of the body. I do drink it in the morning, and I will drink it in the afternoon as well. It is very good for that. No, yellow dock is not the same as yellow root, Georgia peach nut. But you can take those herbs together. They'll help with detoxifying your blood and detoxifying the body. Okay, take it for a week. I would say take a cup or two a day, and then after that first week, give it a break, wait a couple days. What I do is I make a gallon of it. I'll have whenever I'm giving someone they want to do a detox, I start with that first. There's some other herbs that I put in there. Oh, God's desire said time. Absolutely. So thyme, you can even throw some thyme in there. Infuse it, Mona. Take the leaves of the dandelion, burdock, and the yellow dock, and infuse it in the water. This is called a cold infusion. I'm sharing with you guys one of the things that I give some of my clients. You put it, put it in a tea bag. And you can, I do it dried or you can do it fresh. Okay, because it is a water infusion, you can do it fresh or you can do it dry. Now, what you do is put it in a tea bag or put it in some sort of filter bag. Stick it in a gallon of water. Close that gallon of water. I'm talking about a brand new gallon of water. Okay, a brand new gallon of spring water, purified water, whatever you have. Put it in a tea bag. Put it in that gallon of water. Close it up and let it infuse for 24 hours. And what I tell my clients, you take 1 cup in the morning, 1 cup in the evening. Okay. If like I have people who come to me who are on drugs and sometimes they're trying to detox from like those pills and stuff that they take on the street, um, I'll have them take it at night because it needs to be when their body is relaxed and they need it to work on their system. I'll tell them to drink it at night. So in the morning, it's flushing out their system. So I tend to give that to them, especially when they're trying to detox off of stuff. I'll put it for that to say that, okay? But that's a good one to take, Lorna. Good for the blood, good for the kidney, good for your liver, good for your system, period. Okay. This is my next tray, guys. Any more questions? So this is story trays. See how it closes up so it can dehydrate? It's really, really cool, y'all. I love this thing. I dry all my onions. My onions, the green onions, my thyme, my dill. If you want to make, listen, besides just making this as a vitamin, a natural green vitamin mix for the winter, you can make your own seasoning salt. You can take your dill, your thyme, oregano, and mix it all up, dry it and mix it up. And you got a great seasoning salt for seasoning your food. You can take those same herbs, add some like pink Himalayan salt to it, grind it all. Once you dry it, grind it all up together. Oh my gosh, phenomenal. Not only will you have the benefits, the vitamins and minerals, nutrients from your herbs, you'll also have the 62 minerals the body needs, magnesium, manganese, things like that from the pink Himalayan salt, and you just made your own natural seasoning salt. So you got your vitamins and your minerals because a lot of us are deficient in minerals and we don't even know it. So I am laying these leaves along here. This is my last row, guys, that I'm going to show y'all. And then I'm going to put this candle on here. Okay. All right. Oh, let me show y'all. So that's that. And don't forget, guys, make sure when you make your vitamin mix, your green vitamin mix, using your leaves, let me know what leaves you're using from your garden or if you bought it. Let me know what leaves you're using and take a picture, a nice little picture of it. Put it on your community tab and then tag me. I'm just checking out. Y'all know what got me freaked out? The doggone worms. Finally made it to New Jersey. I was like, oh, what worms are they talking about? Little ugly little fat. Wow. Mona was like, that's some natural fertilizer right there. So, and then I just simply close this up, guys. And here we are. We are making our own natural vitamin mix. Mhm. And then this just sits on the hydrator. Listen, it takes a long time to dry. I'll start it like late in the afternoon or even at night, and I let it run all day because some of these things need 12 hours or more just to completely dry out. You know it's dry when it just snaps. It should naturally just snap. It shouldn't be bending slowly or anything like that. It needs to be completely dry. Please, please, completely dry it out, or it will go bad and have fungus in it. Okay, you don't want to have that. All right. So, any more questions? Anything else? Yes, yes, I definitely will. Thank you, and thank you, guys. See, wasn't that fun? I know I'm long winded. Was that Mona? Did you enjoy it? Okay, thank you. She said yes, y'all. I'm so sorry y'all didn't get to hear my buddy. I mean, y'all didn't get to see her. Huh? Mona said she learned a lot and took notes. I thank y'all so much. I adore y'all so much for coming in and being a part of this. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. I truly, truly appreciate it. I know I will be chatting with y'all on these YouTube streets. Make sure y'all check out everybody's channel, Mona's channel, God's Desire. I love y'all to go check out God's Desire on Instagram. Love, love, love her page. Y'all, Christina, let me know. Anybody got a channel? Please let us know if you have a channel so that people can go check your channel out. Okay? Broke Farmer, Sundays at 3. Let me see. Georgia Peach Nut. Mona is live Monday nights are Eastern time at midnight. Let me tell y'all, we be having a blast. Me, her, Felicia, Georgia Peach. Like, where Duval at? I miss Duval. She not in here. All of them. She is. Oh, okay. Oh, I know that's right. So let me see who else on here. Everybody on here, please check out their channel, y'all. Please go show some love. Tell them I sent you over. The same way people show me love. Shout out to Wine Down Wednesday, who shouted me out yesterday. I truly, truly appreciate them. Y'all gotta check out Wine Down Wednesday with that crew over there. Tigsy, my love. Y'all make sure y'all check out Tigsy channel. Tigsy be on she was on a live with Broke Farmer. Jamia, listen, y'all check them out. They be having some great channels, y'all. I love, love, love it. These YouTube streets is serious, okay? So y'all make sure, huh? I know, right? Look, my mom was on here. She said switch chart. She remembered the live from last week. And no, that wasn't the one. So many. Mona got it. The number one. The number one most nutritious green was dandelion greens. The leaves of the dandelion is the most nutritious green in I don't want to say the U.S., but it's the most nutritious green. Okay. Titi said she was drinking a herbal leaf tea tonight. Brooke said life is good. Come on. Yes, I am. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody or anything. Swoop like me. She do that Thankful Thursday. I'm just trying to shout everybody out on here. Anybody that checked in, swung in here. Official Jamia, I'm sorry. I didn't say hi to you, love. When you came in, I appreciate you stopping in. Everybody that stopped in, I thank you guys so much. Y'all don't know how much love that means to me, and that I'm able to bring you some content that you can benefit from or you appreciate. Shout out to my co-host, my ghost today, my ghost Mona. Y'all can't hear her or see her, but I got her. I'm sorry. Thank you, Georgia Peachnut. I know. Mona says she's sorry y'all can't hear her or see her. So and don't forget, check out Georgia Peachnut. She comes on Tuesday at 10, y'all. That's our late night crew. Let me see, Christina, Donna, thank you always for coming in and check in. God's Desire, that's my co-host. Thank you so much, y'all. She has so much knowledge. Please check out all of their channels. Remember, listen, add a little glam to your garden, add a little glam to your life. Okay? Life is short. We, you know, we don't always get to appreciate each other so much. So I'm telling you, I love you, appreciate you for coming in here. So add a little glam and let's continue to grow together. All right, y'all? Let's continue to grow together. Let's do this together. And thank you for everybody that has helped me in this journey, in this process. I adore you all. But add a little glam. Let's continue to grow together. Y'all have a good night. I'm going to see y'all in these YouTube streets. Yes. And Mona says it takes patience to be in a garden. All right. Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good night. I see y'all in these YouTube streets. Okay. Good night. Night, Mona. I'll chat with you. You know it.